You are listening to DC On Screen.
Welcome into DC On Screen. I am your host, David C. Robertson. This is my co-host, Jason Goss.
Hello.
As promised, we have a news episode here for you, and kind of a big one. Some big stuff came down.
It's impactful. It's dense.
I don't know about that, but
calorically lean.
It's more like just like one big tuft somewhere in the middle, and then the rest of it's pretty thin.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
Let's look at the Superman box office real quick. Domestic, 353 million, 302,360. International, still not doing great. 260 million, 800,000. And worldwide, though, is made it up to 614 million, 102,360. The movie's doing really well. I just, I wish it had done a little bit better internationally. I really do.
Yeah, I don't think it's the time for that right now.
It might not be. I mean, look, internationally things are tough.
Yeah.
And that's important to remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it did fine for what it did fine enough even as it stands, but it could have done better.
Yeah.
Over in a different time, maybe it would have.
In a different time it would have, absolutely.
I'm going to leave the maybe in there just for the hell of it, but it definitely would have.
Yeah. Hey, Dave here reporting in from early Monday, September 8th. News just came down from Variety that James Gunn's Superman generated about $125 million in profit margins for WB in just over 8 weeks since its debut. It is the 7th highest grossing of the year for any movie, trailing Niza 2, Lilo and Stitch, a Minecraft movie, among others. Deadline is reporting the same profit margin of about $125 million for Superman, but they also apparently did the math and are reporting that 2013's Man of Steel earned a profit of $42.7 million by comparison. Now, one of the primary factors in that being Superman's much higher domestic total. From a studio's perspective, domestic box office revenue is often seen as quote-unquote better because studios typically keep a larger share of the gross, avoid complications with exchange rates. There's also a thing where the domestic consumer base is apparently consistently one with a higher disposable income for entertainment compared to international markets. At the moment, domestic market offers more predictable financial returns and easier logistical oversight. So that's the news. That's the news what come down, whether you like it or lump it or disbelieve it. I love both Superman and Man of Steel, so it don't matter to me. Back to it. But yeah, it was a success. We heard Gunn was on Chris Hardwick's podcast. What is that called? Again, I didn't even write it down, but I was like, surely I'll remember that.
I don't something. I'll pipe in.
I think you're overthinking it.
There you go.
I think you're overthinking it.
That's the phrase.
The way Gunn described it, Superman's success was the biggest relief of my life. If Superman didn't work, I'm the head of DC Studios. What am I going to do now? We have Supergirl coming out next year. We have Peacemaker Season 2 coming out. I've got Lanterns. They're all connected to this. We have Clayface we're about to start shooting, which they are shooting now. Yeah. He's like, what the heck was I going to do if it didn't go well? But yeah, it did do well.
Yeah. I like the sense of... The underlying sense of possible despair there. I can get behind that. I would have been as transparent as he's generally been so far. I would have been very curious to see if this thing had made like 300 million total right now and had some major plot problem that everyone didn't get along with and like just had kind of not just done 50% of what this. I would love to have seen what the transparency would have showed us in that capacity.
Well, we did report on it. He had that interview. Maybe it was an interview, or maybe it was a Threads. I can't keep track now, but it was a little while ago where they were like, "Oh, what happens if Superman doesn't do well?" And he was like, "What do you mean? We're not just going to keep making movies. They've got to do well."
Yeah.
I mean, he was very blunt about that.
Yeah. What do you mean? They're just going to keep spitting these things out like shit? It would have been an interesting time to see, and God, probably interesting but painful to watch. Like, okay, well, how do we all right, no one liked this part. Like, what the hell is he going to do with that? I mean, this movie was about to be ready. And I just wondered also if he would have gone quiet for a while.
Probably.
Wouldn't blame him.
Well, I mean, this is why we had all these reports of him testing the movie. Superman is hard to get right.
Oh, yeah.
It's such
Absolutely.
an obvious thing. It's the thing that you think how could you fuck it up? But it is such an obvious thing to fuck up. Like, it is, or such an easy thing to fuck up. Like, it's deceptively difficult.
Yeah.
Everyone has their slight take or their twist on Superman that everyone else disagrees on. You know, like, yeah, Superman is this. Yes, everyone says yes. Superman is this. Everyone says yes. Superman is this. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like everyone has that.
Well, yeah, I mean, this was a pretty traditional take, and there's still people deeply upset about a few things that, you know, the Krypton heritage, that's going to be the highlight reel of people that took issue with things.
Yeah, or he's too weak, or he's, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Which I get.
Spent
He's
too much
Superman.
time at 80% power or less.
Yeah. Oh, he was too weak. Oh. I mean, I get it. You have specific needs for your power fantasy.
Yeah, but how do you think genuinely the story would have done if it was just cast with a relatively well-known actor? They did okay. You do a quick story about, you do a few 5 minutes about Krypton. There's a story about him getting a job at the planet. He meets his two new friends. He starts dating Lois. Some brainiac comes in the meantime. He reveals himself as Superman as he goes and saves the day because he's strong enough to beat up Brainiac. All right, like nothing crazy. Just a normal like origin story issue. I mean, it would do okay, right? Like it would be okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone would care that much. But I do wonder if okay would be kind of like great in a way. Like, oh man, you did absolutely nothing crazy and I got to see him beat up some stuff. Whew, good job, guys.
It's also, it's just so difficult because it's like, I feel like even as a DC fan and as a Superman fan, like I don't know the number of Superman figures that are staring at me right now. I have so much Superman stuff in this office. Mm-hmm. Admittedly, not as much as Batman, but I've got so much fucking Superman in this office looking at me. And look, I am going, I've seen Superman movies. I feel like I'm I'll go see it, but I feel like I kind of know what's going to happen. It's Superman. Like, I feel like the general audience goes, yeah, I've seen a Superman movie. I don't need to see this.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a real sentiment. And most people, I also think, have an idea of whether or not they like Superman already. They're like, yeah, I've always liked Batman, as if you can't like both. They can't. I like Batman.
They can't. As we talk, there's like a generational spot where there's a whole group of people, almost generation of people that think that Superman was either like mopey or kind of mean, I guess, maybe. And then like, at the very least, a bit hokey, because I can only remember like my dad liking that 78 thing. And just not super impressed with the idea as it stands. The little glimpses they've seen in their lifetime. Yeah.
He's either a corny pansy or he's a mopey asshole. And, I don't like it. So, whatever. It was funny. Like I did, because of the news that we're going to be talking about in here in a little bit. Mm-hmm. The sequel, the proper sequel, Man of Steel, I guess is the proper sequel. I don't know what the fuck anymore. I don't know how to feel about that. Follow-up is, I think, the term Gunn is using. Man of Tomorrow. It's coming out as
sequel.
He has, even though he said it wasn't. But now he said, I don't know.
It's a Schrodinger sequel, sure.
Peacemaker's the real sequel.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Yeah. But anyway, I've seen a lot of people like celebrating the fact that like, oh man, the sequel's coming out on like the same year Batman Part 2 is coming out, and they're just like, Batman's gonna fucking kill Superman. Fuck Superman. And I'm like, it's the same studio, y'all. Like they're gonna win no matter what.
Yeah, that's a weird made up competition to care about.
I mean, these fans have been caring about that competition forever. Like Batman or Superman. My entire geek life and longer.
Yeah, I just mean, even when you care about two things, those aren't two equal things to be judging at all. It's weird to care just enough to know to compare those and then do it that poorly. Mm-hmm. I don't understand that.
Yeah. I mean, I have literally seen people saying, like, fuck Gunn, Batman is going to mop the floor with his Superman. And I'm like, Gunn will be happy that Batman Part 2 wins. If it does, I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will. It'll probably make $1 billion. It's fucking Batman Part 2.
Like, a lot of people are going to be just on the hook for it no matter what he does. And as long as he doesn't fuck up a trailer or two or nothing weird happens before, you can probably sail into, at least $500 million?
Yeah.
Easy.
I mean, we don't know exactly what 2027 is going to look like theatrically.
No, sure. But just doing projections from here, that's where I'll put it.
Yeah. All right. Let's head into some actual news here. Peacemaker. There was a photo, and people are trying to figure out what it means. Corn Sweat posted this photo of himself in the Peacemaker set, and it is clearly like Chris Smith is seen as wearing the outfit he's wearing in episode 3 and 4. Mm-hmm. His alternate universe, like whatever that is, that it looks like a Guido or something.
Yeah. It's a very rough wardrobe. He
looks like he's on Jersey Shore or something. I don't know. Yeah. So that's the time frame story wise, but Corn Sweat is in his Superman costume. Mm-hmm. And it was filmed, or the picture was shot July 23rd, 2024. Superman and Peacemaker Season 2 were filming at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Are people worried about this?
People are trying to figure out like if it means that he popped over to Peacemaker to play Superman.
No, they're both just filming in the same set of hangars in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's how I took it.
Like they the easy explanation, just the easy off the top one, is they film like literally in the same spot. They were taking lunch breaks together. Mm-hmm. And they had already told us that 3 and 4 were filmed at the same time that Superman was filmed. Mm-hmm. So like we already knew that was a thing from weeks ago when they were talking about it. And then they had to go back and film like episodes 1 and 2 afterward because we already covered all that. And then I think the only reason that
you and I didn't cover it.
Well, I just mean we've already talked about that in the community, I guess it's still. But yeah, like I think me and you had separately anyway. But
you and I may have talked about it. I don't think I actually ever put it in a show note and talked about it on the show.
That may be true though. I think it's been tread on somewhere at least though. But it just would make more sense. Like, yeah, they just sort of did that picture after the episode with him and that shirt aired.
Yeah. Which is all I took it as. Like, people are making whole, like, conspiracy theories out of this thing.
It could just be that simple.
I wouldn't be shocked if Corn Sweat was in Pacemaker.
I mean, not a bit, but I think he would have been in episode 3, 4 range. So, like,
well, we haven't seen 4 yet.
We're coming up on it.
Now look, if the alternate universe is Earth X, I've seen some people saying like, what if Corn Sweat shows up as like Nazi Superman or whatever? I don't think Gunn's gonna be reaching for that one yet.
No, it's a whole wardrobe change while he's trying to do Superman.
Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. You know, you don't actually have to do like, I don't know, overt Nazism. Like, you don't have to have like, you know, swastikas on every street corner and a swastika on Superman's chest. You can just be a little more right-wingy.
You can just do it with some dialogue, but to not do that, I'm gonna have to bat costume designers away with a broom.
Dude, I'm seeing some theories online that are crazy. Like, people are going off. They're like, "Oh my god, this is the Bizarro universe that they created in the first Superman." And this, no, it's not.
It doesn't have to be that complicated yet.
Oh my god.
I do want to get through episode 4 and just make sure, but I don't have super high expectations of him showing up here.
Right. You know, also, it's perfectly plausible or possible that, you know, I don't think they'll do it yet, but, you know, he just got back to prime reality. He's running around. They're chasing him. They've shown up at his house. You know, Superman could just show up and help him. I don't think he will, because it seems like they're kind of building the alternate reality as Peacemaker's new drug.
Yeah. That's going to be his escape for a second. I also just looked at this picture. He's got blood on him. Like, this is after yeah. I mean, they're doing like a fight, like during the hostage scene here. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're reading too much into it.
Yeah, that just looks like a couple guys taking a picture while John Cena's dressed funny.
Mm-hmm. Someone asked James Gunn, how would Fleury see Hawk Girl? This is the character Langston Fleury, who has bird blindness on Peacemaker, played by Tim Meadows. James Gunn. Okay, so they asked him, what do you think would happen if Fleury saw Hawk Girl? Would he call her Duck Girl? Gunn says, I think he'd wonder what's wrong with her head and wouldn't really know. And here's one for you. Gunn says, yes, Peacemaker wrote, you're the best, and yes, it was intentional.
Oh, okay.
The grammatic fuck-up was intentional. He says, people are commenting a lot on that.
Yeah.
But not on Harcourt being way more, or more than a little thirsty in her texts. And then he started referring to her as Thirst Court. So alternate Harcourt is Thirst Court.
Yeah, they were using that name on set, I guess just because she's super into getting the relationship started back.
Yeah. He actually tagged Jennifer Holland and said, do you think Harcourt has a Thirst Court inside just waiting to come out? And she responded, if so, she has stuffed it down pretty deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Over to Clayface. Did you see this Gotham City map?
No.
So they're shooting, and there's this Gotham City map, and they made a bunch of them as if it's like for the tourism, district, and they've got like pamphlets with the map of the city and everything. And a lot of it's just like they have like the tiny little text at the end that just has all of the numbered listings of places. And we've got like Arkham Asylum and Ace Chemical and the Iceberg Lounge and Blackgate Penitentiary, sporting complex for the Gotham Knights, lots of Wayne Empire buildings. There's also a Kane estate, a Kane Memorial Bridge. And one thing that's got everyone's hackles up is that one of the places is Crime Alley. And they're like, this is for fucking tourism. Like, you're not going to call a place Crime Alley. And in my head, I'm like, well, why the fuck wouldn't you? You don't want tourists going to Crime Alley and thinking they're safe.
No, you make it...
you don't want to be like, hey, here's Park Row. And then they're like, oh, that sounds nice. And then you get there and like you're murdered.
Yeah, I assume it's kind of like you name stuff in New Orleans haunted streets, or like, there's Jack the Ripper sites and
right.
stuff. I assume it's like that. We're just glorifying a gory point in the history.
But
like,
here's the other thing.
What is Crime Alley before it's Crime Alley? Because
Park Row.
Park Row. Okay, so it is something, and then they start calling it. It does take on a new personality as a street afterward.
Right. Here's the thing, though. Because people have like just been angry as hell shitting on this. By the way, first, this map is probably not going to be canon as far as like they're not going to like take the map and put it up to the camera and be like, Clayface is not going to be like, I'm going to go to Crime Alley, damn it. Mm-hmm. That's not going to happen. That's not going to fucking happen. This is probably for people on set who are just having fun with it.
Yeah.
To the people who are like, they would not call this Park Row Crime Alley on their fucking map. Someone did actually take pictures of a real Manhattan map, and it said Hell's Kitchen on it. Like it had I think it was like Clinton, and then it was like parentheses Hell's Kitchen underneath it.
Yeah, that won't surprise me.
But that's how people know it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not shocking.
There's not a New York City. There's not a fucking New Jersey, I don't think. Like, all these big like cities that we have in our world don't exist in James Gunn's DCU. He's already said that.
Yeah.
Instead of New York, we got Metropolis. Instead of New Jersey, we've got Gotham. Fine. Fine.
I kind of like that, though. I don't think we've ever played with just actually getting rid of the cities that were meant to replace anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
There is no need for it, technically. Just go for it.
I mean, in early Batman comics, he was in New York.
Was it New York?
Yeah. Mm. And then quickly after, it changed to Gotham City.
Lovely.
Alrighty. Man of Tomorrow. All right, let's actually talk about this thing. James Gunn posted a picture. It was a drawing from Jim Lee of David Cornsweat's Superman holding a screwdriver. Mm-hmm. And he's standing next to Lex Luthor in the green and purple armored suit. I guess not a prototype. I don't know why I keep saying prototype. It's not that. It's his armored suit, famously. And
probably because there's a screwdriver nearby and it feels like it's not finished.
Yeah. But he's got the screwdriver. And importantly, though, Superman has the screwdriver. Mm-hmm. Which makes me feel like Superman is using some kind of Kryptonian technology, or in some way helping Lex. I mean, Lex has been taken to prison, but Corin Sweat and Nicholas Hoult also shared drawings, one by Jorge Jimenez and one by Mitch Gerrits. The Jimenez...
Great choices.
Great choices. The Jimenez, it looks like they're fighting side by side, and the Mitch looks like Superman is fighting Lex. I think we're looking at the progression of their relationship in the movie. I think there will be a threat. Lex will offer to help. Superman will hope that means, because he's got all the hope in humanity.
Sure.
He's like, fuck it. We need Lex. Lex, I believe you're going to do something great for humanity. I need your help. You're smarter than me. And they're gonna try to do something together. They're gonna fight together to fight off whatever the bad guy is of the movie. And then, of course, the inevitable betrayal. Yes, absolutely. I think that's what we're looking at.
All right. The other option is that we let some time pass and we find out that Superman's been basically kind of trying to befriend him this entire, visiting him every week kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then they actually are friendly by this point. And then for some reason he just betrays him anyway afterward. Like there's going to be a second catalyst that turns it back. Mm-hmm. But I only have one. I have one major prediction that I want to throw out there.
Sure.
The screwdriver just makes me think it would be fun. But I think it would be fun to build the mech suit out of some of the dead robots that he helped create in the fortress.
That is kind of funny. I think seeing as how in the last movie he just gave one of them a fucking name, I think it would be grotesque.
Okay. Maybe not completely recannibalized, but also a little bit. Like they were able to rebuild that one.
It'd be like that shit in Serenity where they have to use the dead from the Reaver attack and strap them to their fucking ship so that the Reavers think they're one of them. Like,
I'm feeling like I want to go back a couple steps from the grotesquerie of that, but somewhere in the vicinity of getting to recycle some of the dead robots into the suit.
Yeah.
At least some vibe of just like, well, this technology is not going to be able to be, you know what we could do with it though.
Yeah. So whether he does or not use some of Superman's tech, and he might, he also is Lex Luthor. He had, the engineer go in and, download a bunch of shit. He probably has a bunch of Kryptonian technology somewhere anyway. Mm-hmm. That they've reverse engineered. Mm-hmm. Either way.
That's why I like it being the bots, though, it'll be symbolic. He could do this a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. It'll be like he destroyed those things. It'd be a hell of a gift to come, make him a suit to help him fight with.
Yeah, maybe. I think there will be some Kryptonian element to it. I don't know what exactly to make of the screwdriver, except that maybe Superman is helping him with it in some way. But, Lex he has all the Raptor suits, which are prototypes for the battle armor that he uses later, I would assume. And he also has the battle armor that Ultraman was wearing as the Hammer of Baravia.
No, he's not wanting for technology.
He's not wanting for tech, no.
Although he did need Ultraman's power to really make that suit competitive with Superman. Mm-hmm. And then the Raptors got torn to shreds. So he's not there yet.
No, he's not. Which makes me think, and that's kind of what I've been leaning towards here. Mm-hmm. Do you think whoever they're fighting will be Kryptonian?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think so.
We've got a loose thread from Bizarro hanging around, or not Bizarro, but Super Clone Ultraman, who fell into a black hole and might actually wind up with some sort of cube to Earth situation going on, possibly.
Yeah,
but also,
I just realized how easy that would be for him to do as an animated series with Corin Sweat doing the voiceover, since apparently he was doing the voiceover anyway. But
also, Superman the Animated Series, Brainiac is from Krypton.
Yeah, there are versions where it's Kryptonian. I'm
I don't think kryptonite hurts him. Because
yeah, it's a non-factor for him.
Yeah, it's an A. But, I don't think they have kryptonite per se, but they could go General Zod way anyway. I don't know.
Well, actually, so one thing about this planet is, and I don't know if it'll factor into how you'd bet, because if I was, my bet right now would be no, just on the fact that Gunn has opened the field up so much that I don't think he'd go back to Krypton necessarily he wouldn't, just one planet versus the universe, I'd just say no.
Yeah.
But there's no kryptonite on this Earth.
That's right. So far, as far as they know. Well, as far as they know,
they got rid of it all. Or how'd they put it? Somewhere in that meeting, they say, as far as we know, there was none left.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a planet devoid of it. And,
right.
Except for when, I guess, Metamorpho wants to make that happen. Or metas can make this happen, or I guess some can still appear. It'll still be in universe, but not on the planet.
They just don't know about it. It could still show up.
Yeah. Nobody's going swimming in the Caspian Sea and popping up with giant weird rock that we're going to crack open on the beach.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm just curious what they're going to do with that. What's this big threat that's going to happen that's going to make Lex and Superman work together?
Origin, I don't know. I still like Brainiac though.
Yeah. How much do you want to bet Man of Tomorrow is in reference to Lex and not Superman?
Oh, very much. My first thought when I saw that.
Yeah.
Combine that also with how he keeps being coy about saying that it's a movie. It's not Superman 2. He says just Superman's a big deal.
Yeah.
I think he wants to make a Lex Luthor movie where Superman is the main secondary the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And the Man of Tomorrow is about Lex being the man that he could be if he'd get out of his own fucking way. Mm-hmm. And the reason I like Brainiac also is because all that envy and all that blah, 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 like Lex versus an actual 12th level intellect is another game entirely. It's not brains versus brawn this time. It's actual brains versus brains.
Yeah. With
his new buddy Superman in tow.
That would be interesting. He's like, no, I'm smarter. I'm supposed to be, because they set it up in this movie too, because he says brain always beats brawn. Well, what happens when fucking Brainiac shows up?
Yeah. Like I would love in this new one, I'd love it to be Superman who kind of goes like, hey man, so I'm not going to get this done. Have you seen this dude? And then like, Lex, it's got to be me and you, man.
Yeah. And he has to do the Lex armor, so that he has the brawn to match his brain. Yeah. Yeah. Although it would make you want to know, like, well, where's Mr. Terrific in here? Because he's right there. I don't know where this universe actually has him with Lex intellectually. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, on screen, he's obviously goddamn Mr. Terrific, and he did fix that thing very quickly for someone who just walked up to a terminal, for the first time. Mm-hmm. He's clearly in competition, but I don't know if the film did not rank him. No, they didn't. Well, I guess it did, though, because it keeps saying Lex and Galileo. Yeah, I don't think they actually compared those two in general, except that this Lex says his name alongside, like, Galileo. He didn't stop and say, like, me and Mr. Terrific and Galileo. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I certainly don't remember any kind of ranking. No. This guy, like, this Terrific's not going to be the braggart that Lex is, though. So. Now, with this announcement, we've had some interesting people responding to James. We had Isabella Merced, who plays a hot girl. She shared the post to her stories with the caption, "See you soon." And then Aaron Pierre responded with "Yes, indeed," and a green heart. Comic book writer Dan Slott says, "For reasons, quote unquote, I can't mention, this title makes me so happy. Can't wait." Mm-hmm. And everyone kind of freaked out because Grant Gustin responded with 2 big red exclamation points. And everyone freaked out so hard, though, that they didn't notice that Brandon Routh also responded with big red hearts and praise hands. Right. So those guys responding don't mean nothing, y'all. Not necessarily, no. I do think Isabella and Aaron are probably in the movie. Yeah, but we don't have to take the other guys on board. They probably just figured out, like, learned who Dan Slott was a while back and are still familiar with him enough to be excited about that for everybody. Oh, no, they were just responding to James Gunn. All of them were just responding to James Gunn. Oh, God, yeah, no. Oh, God. That's even easier. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Um,
My God.
Over on Threads, someone said, James, how much of a role does Lois play in Man of Tomorrow? James says, she's important.
Yeah.
This person on Threads says, hey, there are some weird concerns about this R-rated DCU project. Talking about Peacemaker. Shouldn't be the main direct tie-in to the main share arc with Superman and Man of Tomorrow, which is obviously PG-13. And you have said it many times that you don't have to watch Peacemaker Season 2 to understand Superman or Man of Tomorrow, correct? Like shared universe aspects are just more context to that individual story? And Gunn responds, that's right. As I've said countless times, you can watch every project by itself, of course, just like you can watch Peacemaker by itself or watch Superman without seeing Creature Commandos. But Man of Tomorrow and Peacemaker Season 2 are very, very connected.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah. I could say it. But it's still not going to necessarily break the rule. Like,
I don't think it will.
The next PG-13 outing, he'll probably just do a couple of exposition dumps to catch up for whatever it is in the R, or in this case, MA, that you maybe didn't catch. That's not going to be that difficult, though. We don't have to worry about it that hard.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that means yet, though. He also has refused to show the press those same episodes, or anyone outside of just like the people working on it.
6 and 8, or the last 3 episodes, I should say. 6, 7, and 8.
Whatever's happening in a couple episodes is, I don't even know what to expect at this point. He keeps billing it as just incredibly wild, and it's going to have to do with this new universe, or this new movie. I don't know what the fuck is going on yet.
I haven't seen specifically that episodes 6 through 8 are specifically tied in with Man of Tomorrow, but it does seem like he definitely didn't want it to be spoiled.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. But something through in Peacemaker Season 2 ties in with Man of Tomorrow a lot. That's all we know. We don't know that it's specifically 6 through 8.
No. I just keep leaning that way. But just because that's the thing that he keeps wanting, or he keeps that under wraps. Whatever it is that's happening in a few episodes, he doesn't want to tell it yet.
Right. Over to the Batman epic crime saga. Colin Farrell has read the script for the Batman Part 2. He says the screenplay is extraordinary. Addressing the possibility of Penguin Season 2, he says, I have no idea if it's happening. I know that I heard rumblings that they were thinking they'd like to do a second season, but I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know the way you go back to the trough, and part of me wants to go, just let it go, people. We got away with it. Leave it as it is.
Yeah.
I get that sentiment. Yeah. I kind of feel it. Like, I don't necessarily want Penguin Season 2.
I don't have to. I want to see where the things land after Batman 2. Mm-hmm. See where my appetite is for poultry after that.
Yeah. I could also do like a Riddler limited series or a Joker limited series or any or no limited series at all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. All right.
You know what time it is? A huge drain and misstep at this point to be like, you know what we're going to do instead of another Batman movie?
Yeah. I think they just need to go ahead and wrap the fucking thing up.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what time it is?
I have
time for that DCT.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten in the habit of taking a sip now. It covers up when I need to. I just do it like a human.
Yeah. Not like a me.
Yeah, I do it like a human that has a microphone in front of me too.
Yeah. I do it. I also do it like a human who has a microphone in front of him. Just an obnoxious ass human.
Yeah, but mine just has a period. Yours has an exclamation.
So we have project updates. We may have talked about it in the previous news episode, but just to quickly run it down, as Gunn described it in, I Think You're Overthinking It, the Chris Hardwick podcast. Mm-hmm. The next movie is Man of Tomorrow. The next movie to shoot, I mean. But hopefully with Batman 2 before it. There's an unknown TV show next. There is a lot of different stuff in stages. Brave and the Bold is going well. He mentioned Wonder Woman and Paradise Lost and Booster. Then he says some of the things have changed a little bit. And he says The Authority. So it's not saying The Authority is the one that is canceled. We know that they killed a project. I don't think it's the Authority because he says the Authority has changed a little bit.
He did. Although now that you tell me that, I wonder if I wonder if they killed it before and then even the kill order stopped and has now gotten back into like, oh, we didn't kill it, but we changed it a lot. So now I'm wondering if it's two are the same and we keep statusing. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Not a clue.
All right, so on Threads, Gunn shared a picture of the DCU's Argus logo that reveals that the acronym stands for Advanced Research Group of the United States. When a fan asked why it was changed from the source material, Gunn had a sound explanation. Well, it's not the first time it's been changed, but in the DCU, they aren't so much uniting superheroes as they are attempting to keep them in check. And in the comics, Argus stands for Advanced Research Group Uniting Superhumans. Wouldn't that be what they're doing here?
Good point. This universe is currently not in like a super... I don't know. Some people are very into them. Some people very much hate them.
Superhumans?
Yeah.
All right, so someone asked, so the Welcome to Metropolis prequel novel isn't canon, or was that an exception? And James Gunn says it is not canon. No. Our old friend Stu Little.
Oh, the little YA novel?
Yeah, little YA novel.
Ah, that's funny. That's a shame.
Mm-hmm. Our old buddy Stu Little asked James Gunn, you decided your Superman movie didn't need to cover his origin or debut, and to great effect. But would you have any problem with it if DC wanted to produce comics to tell such stories? And Gunn says, even with me and our guy Phil, whose job it is to keep it all together, on canon in the DCU, with multiple films and TV shows it is still hard to keep track of. Adding comics at this time would be too much for the lean DC team. So right now, nothing is canon outside of the filmed media.
That's fair. I think that's also, he's trying to do it respectfully. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's just going to put out a shit one and be like, oh yeah, it's not canon now.
Yeah. Someone on Threads says, with all the Charlton characters you've been using, is the question available? I heard some time ago on a Kevin Smith podcast that there were rights issues around that character, and I'm hoping that's all cleared up. Gunn responds, no, he's ours. One of my faves.
I like it.
I love that the question is one of his faves. We've talked about it before. He's mentioned this before. I mention it every time he mentions it because I love the question and I want it. Mm-hmm. I want to see.
I want that weirdo in my life. Yeah. It's a fantastic
I need the answer to the question.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. So the Kreger guy that just did weapons and he did Barbarian.
Okay.
You remember we talked about him having this Joker and Harley movie. That is what the press is calling it. A Joker and Harley movie. But it's really a movie about a henchman. And Joker and Harley are kind of in there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing an appearance on Double Toasted. And he says, this is getting blown out of proportion online. It is not a Joker and Harley script. I've not talked to James Gunn about it. I have 2 films in front of me. People have written a lot about it online, and not much of it is true. He does say that like he's still passionate about it. He still wants to make it someday. But yeah, this is all things we talked about on the podcast weeks ago.
Yeah.
Everything I just said, I said weeks ago, except for the part where he was on Double Toasted. I'm telling you though, like he is saying, it's the same thing we said weeks ago. It was not a Harley and Joker movie. It was a henchman movie. It was a movie about a guy who was just moving around in the underworld. It's his favorite thing he's ever written, but he hasn't pitched it. We even said that part. Mm-hmm. I swear to God. But I've been seeing all the stories like Joker weapons director has Joker and Harley movie in the works. No, he doesn't.
No. I mean, yeah. It was when he was writing a treatment or whatever, but it's over now.
Well, I don't think it was. It was never in the works. He wrote it because he wanted to write it, and just has never pitched it.
I know. I just mean the present tense part of that seems like it's on more of a stall, even if it was ever going to be called that.
Mm-hmm. So
this is the trend this week really is just overexcitement.
No. I know Man of Tomorrow is a pretty exciting prospect.
Well, I know, but short of like the major cool Man of Tomorrow, a lot of the major hubbub has just been getting a little carried away with things sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, the excitement lends itself to getting overly excited about things.
Yeah. We're in one of those
You start
weeks.
seeing names pop up, but really wanted to talk about Man of Tomorrow, and we did that. And I'm out of news,
Yeah.
and I'm out of energy because I'm a bit under the weather today.
That's fair.
Not feeling great,
That's fair too.
so I think I'm going to call it. If that's all right with you.
Makes sense. The I love how these things come up and down too. Like we'll have a week or two like this where a lot of what we end up talking about is just reflections of things, and then we'll turn around in a couple weeks and something will pop off.
Yeah,
It'll be so much we can't even get to the weirdness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love a week like this, where it's meaty but short.
Mm-hmm.
And I do apologize. I feel like I'm cutting the show a little bit short because I don't feel well today.
Nah, fair enough.
But we did do a Peacemaker review this week as well. So you're getting 2 episodes this week.
Yeah, we're on double duty for a few more weeks here.
Like, the fuck do you want from me, people? Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know that we're going to be double duty for a few more weeks. Like, if it's slow, I'm not going to do news episodes.
That's true.
We're just going to do a Peacemaker.
True. So far,
we might crank out some Patreon exclusives, but
also that. So far, it's been worth it. I think we've done one every week.
Yeah, Peacemaker's great. Good news coming down the pike. I'm just excited about DC.
Yeah. The Man of Tomorrow thing was, and that, by the way, the last thing I'd say about it, it was, I think I told you this privately. It's just crazy how fast that can be greenlit. Like,
oh yeah,
Man of Tomorrow has a release date now, and like you and I also talked about, like 5-6 weeks ago when it was just sort of a glimmer in his eye.
Mm-hmm.
Like just something he seemed to have thought about maybe almost in the press after Superman, like somewhere between the press of Superman and Peacemaker. He was like, it'd be fun. That has a release date now. It's just insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah,
For things
it is crazy. But I did see somebody, and here it is. I just skipped over that.
Oh, okay. Bonus news.
Someone asked how much of the Man of Tomorrow script was finished, and Gunn says all of it.
Yeah.
Just in the necessary and lengthy stage of rewriting and rewriting some more. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh,
I mean,
on the hardwood thing, you said the treatment was 56 pages.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You only have to spread that out a little bit to get the script, man.
It's a little harder than that, but sure.
I know. I'm just saying that's a lot of writing.
Yeah.
And for the treatment, that feels like it's not even skipping spaces.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway.
Exciting times.
Exciting times, absolutely.
We can let you get back to resting, though, happily.
I hope resting.
Mm-hmm. Or failing to rest and worrying about that, which will eventually lead to exhaustion, but then rest.
Right. Well, there's like a level of sickness where you're not going to rest.
Oh, of course not. Yeah.
Where you're just like, this is just going to have to pass, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a hopeless spot.
Like, pass me the water.
Mm-hmm.
Pass me the packets of electrolytes. Let's get this over with. All right. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you in a couple days with more Peacemaker. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time, keep some DC on your screen.
Bye.